Today I'm making one of Belgium's most beloved soups, tomato soup with meatballs. To make this soup I will be using 2 kilos or 4.5 pounds of fresh tomatoes. If fresh tomatoes aren't available, high quality whole canned tomatoes will work just as well. To deepen the flavor of the soup, I will use 3 carrots, 3 onions, 3 stalks of celery and tomato paste to deepen the color of the soup. As aromatics, I use rosemary, bay leaves and thyme. First, I will get the vegetables ready. I'm going to coarsely chop the onion, celery and carrots. There's no need to be precise here, since I will be blending everything later. I grab a large pot and melt a knob of butter and I add all my chopped vegetables. I want to cook them slowly until they're soft and fragrant. But I'm not letting them get any color. The goal is here to release their sweetness and aroma, not to caramelize them. While the hard vegetables are getting soft, I will coarsely chop the fresh tomatoes and add them to the pot. There is no need to remove the seeds or the skin. We will be straining the soup later, and that translucent jelly around the seeds actually adds a lot of deep tomato flavor to the soup. Next, I will add the tomato paste. I will stir it in and let it cook for a minute or 2 with the vegetables, to cook out the raw, acidic flavor of the tomato paste. For an extra layer of savory flavor, I'm going to add some chicken stock paste, but a good quality chicken broth is even better if you have it. Finally, I will bundle my herbs, the rosemary, bay leaves and thyme all together. The bundle of herbs will infuse their flavor into the soup, which makes them easy to fish out before we blend everything. Let's start with adding the liquid. I'm going to pour in enough water to completely cover all the vegetables. A quick tip here, it's always easier to add more water later if the soup is too thick, but you can't take out once it's in. Personally, I love a thick, hearty soup, but at home I am outnumbered 3-1 by people who prefer it a little thinner. I've added a bit more water than I normally would. I will bring this to a simmer and let all those flavors melt together for at least 40 to 60 minutes. While the soup is on the stove, it's a perfect time to make our meatballs. I'm using 500 grams or a bit more than 1 pound of a pork and veal mix. I will add about 40 grams or 1.4 ounce of breadcrumbs along with salt and pepper. And mix everything until it's combined. Let's start rolling the meatballs. I'm rolling them quite small, so I will have lots of them in my soup. If you like this video so far, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. This will help me immensely in growing the channel and continue making Belgian recipe videos. Once all the meatballs are rolled, I will bring a pot of water to a boil with a bit of chicken stock paste for extra flavor. I carefully drop in all the meatballs and let them cook until they're firm and cooked through. The soup has been simmering now for about an hour and it smells absolutely fantastic. All those ingredients have had plenty of time to break down and release all their flavor. Before blending the soup, I need to remove the bundle of herbs first. Once that's out, I mix the soup until it's smooth. Once the soup is blended, I want to remove all the seeds and the remaining tomato skin by passing it through a fine mesh sieve. I use the back of my ladle to press the soup through, leaving unwanted bits behind. When you add the meatballs, do not dump the meatballs in the soup sizzler like I did. I created splashes of hot soup everywhere. Instead, add them carefully with a spoon. Here's a final crucial tip. After blending, or every time you add something new to your soup, whether it's more water or these meatballs, you should always bring it back to a brief boil. This ensures the soup will last longer and stays fresh in the fridge. Our Belgian tomato soup with meatballs is now ready to be served. Make sure every bowl gets a fair and equal share of those delicious meatballs. Enjoy! Thank you for watching and I will see you next time.